Hi, my name is Ray Catola, and you may know me from the such projects as... You may also know me as the host of the internet's favorite harness handicapping show, North American Harness Update, which I host with these two guys, Mike Prebosi and Rod Adams Jr. Every Friday from 9 p.m. Eastern, you can catch us talking harness, handicapping harness, and most importantly, having fun with harness. Can we please get this stuff out of my face? Thank you! North American Harness Update, Fridays from 9 on SRN1. Also download Often Pacing and using promo code Nahu200K, start your stable with an additional 200,000
North American Harness Update live again, this time to talk Pompano Park, pick 5. Yes, because it's a carryover. Rod, over is for Pompano. You know? How much
I'm not real sure. I think it's around 8,000.
25,000 guaranteed pull.
Yes, 25,000 guaranteed.
We're talking here for this pick 5 sequence tomorrow evening at Pompano Park, races 1 through 5. We're going to run through this quickly here on this North American Harness Update Extra so we can all go to sleep and have a really nice dream. So this first race is claiming a $12,500 to $15,000 handicap featuring amateur drivers. We have 5 horses going postward here. Mike, with you, I know you're enthralled by the amount of amateur races we have here, but I'm curious how deep you end up going in this first one.
Deep to start. The 2 Entranced comes from Dover, where the horse finished 3rd last time, has missed a few weeks, but draws inside, has a little bit of class to it. Those 15 claimers up there are decent, and this horse won 10 races last year, has made some money. I'm going to use that one, and then the 5, it's complicated. Has shown speed from the inside, 1, 2 back, holding on by nose. Last time got picked off late, but I feel like in a short field, this horse shouldn't face too much pressure, depending on what the plan of the 2 is. I think it's 2 or 5 to start.
Rod, how about for you?
I'm kind of similar. I'm going 3-5 here. The 3 has kind of been off form a little bit, but has faced these in the past and has beaten these in the past. Even with the price, Jamie Mara has been pretty hot all season long, so I'm going to stick with using this horse, and short price or not, I'm still using. And then the 5 looks obvious, should be heading right for the lead. If he gets soft fractions, he's going to be dangerous, and he always is dangerous when he gets these soft fractions. So 3-5 for me.
Here's something ironic. I'm singling it's complicated, and it's not complicated. This field is awful. This horse has the most form on paper. And that said, in a 5-horse field, why go any deeper? This horse is going to be a decent price relative to the rest of them, and again, only one that really shows much form. So I'm singling the 5 in that first race. Second leg is a condition claimer, 12-5 for non-winners of 9 in their lifetime, or $50,000. We have 6 horses going postward here. Mike, to start it off for you, how deep do you go?
I'm very chalky again, the outside 2. The 5 I'm Golden raced in open 8s last time and was claimed by a 27% trainer. Prior to that, was racing in these condition claimers and racing okay. I would expect improvement. And the 6, Ben and Crosby. This horse was claimed out of a condition 12-5, 2 back, in which it won. Prior to that was a good second, both favored. Stepped up to the winners of 6, but not more than 8. And, led. This is Eric. I would expect this horse to do well, dropping back to its proper level, 5-6.
Rod, what do you think?
Similar. I'm going to go 3-5-6 here. The 3, Matt Kruger, good buddy of mine. Shout out to Matt. Horse has been good off the claim. Similar level to last time, raced well, sat the rail, and just got beat. Late surge. And then the 5, I Am Golden. First start for Ingraham. Horse should be just fine. I used him last week, actually, in the late pick 4, and he raced really well. Wasn't too far off. And then the 6, Ben and Crosby. This is second start for Zurich. Horse was not as good last week, but was in with a lot tougher. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, even with the short price. So 3, 5, 6.
Weapon to Win's been very consistent at this level and was claimed 4 starts ago. Ever since being claimed, has been racing incredibly well. That said, he's one of 2 horses I use in this race. The other horse being the morning line favorite, Ben Crosby, because Nick Zurich has, after claiming him 2 starts back, last race is not terrible at all, as Broadside was in over his head, moves back down to this level, should do well, especially in a short field. 3-6 in that second leg, still pretty simple. Let's try it. Let's see if it gets a little more complicated, a little bit more pricey. Third leg, $7,500 claiming event for more amateur drivers. We got 1, 6, 9, 8, 7 horses going postward here. And Mikey, for you, how much deeper do you go?
4 deep here, using many inside ones. The 1, SJ Better Days, draws well. I've been racing numbers of 1,550 last 5. I would think that that's, similar to this level. A couple seconds in a row. You should be okay here for a 25% trainer. The 2, Insider Access, has been racing in these amateur races. Gets checked once in a while whenever the pace falls apart. So I'm going to use this horse as a closing type. The 4, Swordwig Impact. This horse had the 8-hole last time, no chance. Prior to that, raced okay from inside post. Won this level 3 back, so he's a use for me. And then the 5, Bar Wine, a little bit of a price. This used to be a Meadows horse and always raced very well at the Meadows. Has made almost $280,000. Has been racing these amateur races. Can occasionally make a break, but when this horse is good, can beat these. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Rod.
I'm 2 deep here. Start with the 1. Left got shuffled last time. Raced really well. Similar race expected tomorrow night. Inside post. If he leaves again, he's going to be dangerous, I think. There's only a couple levers in here. Just needs to find some room. There is no open stretch at Pompano, in case you didn't know. The 3, Bad Can Tab, I'm going to use him as well. This is a decent price play here. Last time, left a little bit, just kind of secured a spot. He doesn't win a lot, but he did leave a little bit, more than he had been leaving in previous starts. So that showed me a little bit more confidence with him. He doesn't finish that well, but if he's close enough, I think he could be dangerous. And if he does happen to duck, this horse could follow some cover behind the 2, who I don't think is going to sit on the rail at any point. So this might be one of those races that just kind of sets up for him. So I'm going to hope it does and use him as a price. So 1, 3.
Can you believe 8 years ago the 6-horse won the Yonkers Trot? Now he's here. I'm 2 deep, and I don't use that one. I do use the 4, Zorgwish Impact. Just because that last race from the 8-hole is decent, and then before that raced well from the rail, and before that left from post 6 and wired the field at this level. That race 3 starts ago is particularly why I like this horse. If you can replicate that, you can do well. And the other horse I throw on is the 7, Russian Supreme, who raced decently from the 9-hole last out, got away last, gained ground to finish 5th. Before that, rode cover at this level to finish 2nd. And this horse is another one that races consistently well, should be a bit of a price, and will be overlooked from that outside post, could easily get dragged into contention if it sets up. 4-7 for me in the 3rd leg. 4th leg is race number 4. So non-winners of 2,500 in their last 5 starts. Amateur driving race yet again. And this time we have 9 horses going postward. This one seems a little bit more wide open. Mike, I'm not sure if you agree.
4 deep. Using many inside ones again. The 1, Crown Point, won last time, albeit off looked like a perfect type trip, but it's always competitive and right there, draws perfect. The 2, the Budster, this is another one that has been racing okay in these amateur races. Tough to gauge, but I like the efforts. A lot of these first up type, he needs a trip, but he's going to be a price. The 4, Garlands and Pearls. This horse has been beaten in neck the last 2 races, 1, 3 back, for that 8,500 claimers. And, I think he's right there with his early speed. He should get a spot, and, I think we'll have a chance late. And then the 5, Keystone Blade, has been beaten in those 2 in a row from outside posts. Was 45-1, then almost 5-1. I would expect that they're going to bet this horse off these last 2. He's sharp, hard to leave off. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Rod, is he really that hard to leave off?
Yeah. I'm going 5 deep here. I think it's wide open. Start with the 2. Race well. Stephen Olford. He does pretty well driving and training. He likes to get in these amateur races. This horse won 6 times last year. Good price horse to use, especially from the inside. The 3, I think this is a bit of a drop for him. Does lose Wally Hennessy, but this horse is capable if he stays flat. He's kind of a question mark. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not, but this horse definitely plays. The 4, Garlands and Pearls, like Mike said, tough to leave off. He's going to be leaving, should be on the lead at some point. The 5, Keystone Blade, parked a mile last time, the last 2 times actually. I'm not real sure what he's doing with this horse, but this horse doesn't mind taking air. He is 1 for 39 the last year and 2 months, but with those last 2 races, I'm gaining a little bit of confidence in him. And then the 6, no reason at all, for no reason at all, other than he gets checks all the time. This horse is good enough. Why not use him again? He should be able to get a trip, especially from this post. Second over would be ideal for him. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's absolutely no reason at all to use that horse. So that said, I'm 3 deep, not using him. The 4, Garlands and Pearls, is the first one I used. Last out, rode the rail to finish 3rd by a neck. Before that, rode the rail, led for some of the way 2 to finish 2nd by a neck. Point being, this horse has raced decently in his last 3 starts, was claimed 3 starts ago too, and just seems to be sharp coming into this race and will be one to beat as a result. 5, Keystone Blades, the second one I used. He parked the last 2 efforts he had, last out from the 8 hole, and then the start before that from the 5 hole. Either way, he was 2nd by a nose in both instances. And that said, he's another one that's just one to beat here. The final horse I throw on that is the 9. He's a Rube, just because if this horse shows speed, he could potentially be involved at a decent price. He was claimed 2 starts back after breaking in the stretch, and after that, he launched from post 4, and he wired him by a nose, at 3-1. Now, yes, he has the 9 hole, and yes, that's going to require him to show a bit more speed. And there is already a lot of speed in this race, but at the same time, he could be put into a spot that could potentially stalk and put him into the mix at a decent price. So 4, 5, 9 for me in that 4th leg, with some minor upset potential possibly. I don't know. But there's one more race to talk about, and that's the 5th. It's a $4,000 claimer for non-winners of their last 3 starts. At least those are the ones that are preferred. And we have 1, 5, 8, 9, 8 horses going poster here. Mike, starting with you, how do you see this race?
Too deep to finish, very chalky. The 2's feeling lucky. Comes out of 5 claimers where it was racing decent. Draws perfect, and should be right there. And the 7, Cummins, gets McCumber. Was 3 to 5 last time and crushed. And a little bit of an outside post. That's the only detriment. It was 1 at 3 out of 4 though, and I think it's probably one of those 2 and 7.
Rod, is it really one of those 2?
Yeah, I'm going to single the 2 here. Gets J-Mac tomorrow night. John McDonald, that is, on the drop, inside post. I think this is just the spot that he beats this bunch. Nothing really else for me to add here. 2.
The 2 is obvious, but at the same time, the 6 makes a bit of sense too. The 6 being Follow the Dream comes in off a 2nd place effort at this level last out, coming in 28 and change, coming from 2nd to last, mind you, riding cover and flying home at odds of 19-1. Before that, rode the rail to finish 3rd and was somewhat close. So this horse hasn't won fairly recently. His last win was on January 7th at this level off a rail trip. And in all honesty, this horse has the speed to be put into the mix. And at the very least, that last start could be a sign that maybe she's going to round into a stalking spot. I don't know. I'm purely hypothesizing here just because I don't want this to be a race where the very obvious horse 2 Feeling Lucky ends up just romping. And the 6 Follow the Dream at the very least seems to be rounding in a decent form and could have a shot at a decent price. So that said, I'm 2-6 in the last leg, which makes my ticket go as follows. For 50 cents, my pick 5 goes 5 with 3-6, with 4-7, with 4-5-9, with 2-6. That's $12 for 50 cents. Mike, your ticket.
2-5 with 5-6 with 1-2-4-5 with 1-2-4-5 with 2-7 at 64 for 50 cents.
And Rod.
3-5 with 3-5-6 with 1-3 with 2-3-4-5-6 with 2. It's $30.
That said, this has been another edition of North American Harness Update Extra. Make sure you tune into North American Harness Update every Friday from 9 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. And you can also check out our website, nahupicks.com, for race day analysis from tracks including Western Fair, the Meadowlands, and Woodbine. But until our next show, keep on checking Nahu Picks. Keep on listening to the archives of the show, which you can find on Nahu Picks as well as just on the internet in general. And we hope to see you when the sun shines again.